Ko Jonathan Aho, ko Titangi Te Maunga, ko Turanga Te Awa, ko Tairawhiti Te Rohi, and ko Samson Te Hapu. G'day guys, I'm Jono, and you may remember me from Lego Masters. I'm Gizzy born and bred. I'm 6th generation East Coast. Why I'm standing for council. I've had an amazing opportunity since Lego Masters to rock around New Zealand and meet a lot of really interesting people. And I met a lot of people like me, but I didn't meet a lot of people like me in positions of leadership. And the people that I did see in positions of leadership, I didn't think they had the skills necessary to do the job that they were doing. And I didn't want to complain, and I kind of wanted to be the change I wanted to see in the world, and put my money where my mouth was. You know, I had a couple of people in the community shoulder tapped me and suggested that I look into this, and I didn't really know what I was looking into. And then I asked a bunch of the people in the community and had a whole bunch of people say, I'd vote for you. And I was like, well, there you go. And the more I've looked into it, the more I've had an opportunity to listen to what the community has to say. It's been an incredible insight, and I've been certainly getting some very unvarnished opinions from people, which has been incredibly useful. Top 3 priorities. Well, I'm running on 3 principles of my own. One, ABC, authenticity, because I am who I am. I mean what I say what I mean, you know. Bounce back ability. I've conquered many things in my life and I've kept coming back, you know, been knocked down 9 times, got up 10, and I think that's one of the things that the East Coast is pretty good at. And C, compassion, because I lead with my heart, you know. I see our systems out there and I don't see a lot of heart in our systems. I think we can do better, you know. 3 things that I would change or that I would implement. One of my biggest bugbears is Grey Street. I want to fix Grey Street. That path to the beach should be just a clear path to the beach. That's one of my big ones. Second one was what's happened with our homelessness. When I was a kid, we had one homeless person. It was Buster. You know, now you can't throw a stick without seeing someone that's in need of a home, and that's not good enough. You know, as a society, our record is kept on how well we treat our most vulnerable people, and from what I can see, our most vulnerable people are getting the short end of the stick, and it's not good enough. So I'd do what I can to sort that out. And the third thing I'd do would probably be to rock around and educate people about the importance of democracy. To go around the schools, visit rangatahi, talk to them, get them engaged in politics, get their voices heard, get their opinions out there. Because, you know, the only way we're going to move forward on this planet is if we all start listening to what the people have to say and start looking after our whenua and start thinking about future generations, because without it we are not going to be in a position to be able to do anything. I've been involved in lots of different parts of the community. The Lego community, obviously. I'm part of the Book Readers Club. With the library, I've gotten involved in Safe Men, Safe Families. You know, I've spent some time with I can't remember the name now, but what was formerly Tika Wata Wata, and I've spent some time with Tauafi and of course the guys at Taiki Air. A lot of these have direct interfaces with the community and kind of the rawest parts of our community and the realest parts. And a lot of the people in those communities are doing some amazing work. Voices for Tairawhiti, another one. Especially for the disadvantaged, the disabled, and the neurodiverse, because we have a huge takiwatanga, for example, another one. That we have a huge number of really important community groups within this region, which are all working independently to help the most vulnerable people that we've got. And they've got real world, you know, experience of what's happening out there at the coalface of our society, and they're the ones that I like to engage with to find out what's really happening for people out there, to find out where we can create some real positive systemic change. Success in Tairawhiti in 10 years' time for me, what I'd like to see us do is I'd like to see us shift to a hemp-based economy. The pine has been wonderful for certain people in the region, but it hasn't been great for our community. It certainly hasn't been great for our rivers or our roads. And I think that if we started pivoting towards a hemp-based economy, hemp is the product of the future. It's beneficial for the soil, so it's going to look after the whenua. We're going to pull some of heavy metals and stuff out of the whenua. It's useful for biofuel, it's useful for hempcrete, it's useful for medicines. The number of uses that hemp has is amazing, and what I would really love to see for our region is that we actually started taking this sort of thing seriously, and we promoted number 8 fencing wire backyard kind of solutions to some of the bigger problems we've got. All you really need is an AI and a couple of kids to go online and find how many different solutions there are to some of the problems that we're facing here, whether it be the climate change ones, whether it be power sourcing, whether it be whatever the problems we're facing at the moment. There is a lot of bleeding edge stuff that's going on around the world. We could easily go and find a handful of our problems and then go out there, find some solutions and just try to implement them with like low cost initiatives that are promoting not only the young people here, but using some of the modern technologies that we've got around the place, because we're relying on systems and technologies that are 50 years past the use-by date. We need to be living in the future. You know, it's 2025 and we haven't got flying cars yet. I grew up watching the Jetsons. We're going to have robots in 20 years time, you know, less than 20 years time. Have you seen the robot games? AI is going to be taking jobs before you know it. So we need to be coming up with innovative and clever ways of using what skills we do have to get out there. One of the things that I think that we really should be doing is promoting how great we are as a region with our lifestyle, with our, you know, just everything about Gizzy. We take it for granted. We don't recognise just how wonderful we've got it in this place compared to a lot of places on the planet. And one of the things we are very good at is we're so talented. There's so much talent in this city that we don't even recognise it in each other. And I think we could really do us a favour and try and stop this tall poppy stuff and start encouraging each other to follow our dreams and to do the things that we're good at and the things that we love, because ultimately that's where our bliss and our purpose and our joy comes from. I don't know, there's lots about me that I'm pretty much an open book. What's something about me that you'd be surprised to learn? Well, I was surprised to find out that I was 6th generation East Coast. That was a surprise to me. I've beaten cancer, I've survived suicidal ideation, I've been on Lego Masters, I've driven buses, I do stand-up comedy. I don't know, there's lots about me that people don't know. I'm ADHD and neurodiverse as, but I think most people already know that. I don't know, really. There's heaps of stuff that I've done that, I used to be in IT, I used to be a database nerd, really heavily involved in systems, doing data warehousing, reports and stuff like that, like full-on nerdy stuff. A lot of people don't know that. Did that for a long time. People should vote for people that they want to see in the positions. I don't think people should vote for me if they don't want to. I'm not encouraging that. I would vote for me because of my bounce back ability, because I've learned through the more things that you can actually get through, the more your brain gets resilient and the better you get at certain things. And I noticed that I've survived a lot of things that have put other people in the ground, and my bounce back ability is one of my strongest traits. And the other thing I really like about, well, being a Lego master and being on TV and being able to have that experience, I recognise that like we can create whatever future we want. And I want to put some of my creative skills to really good use in this region so that we can prepare ourselves for the future, because the future is looking very unknown at the moment, you know. You just have to look online and see, or just look outside and see the division that's been created with, you know, the new media, but then you can also find a lot of connection as well. And I think ultimately what I would like to do is bring back the village, you know. Someone mentioned to me about bringing back Friday night shopping, and it's like, that was a great event. I remember Friday night shopping. It was like, you'd get dressed up, you'd come out, you'd catch up with your friends and whānau because they were there. I'd even like to encourage that Gisborne push the 4-day work week, because the stats out there are suggesting that it's actually really healthy. It's really good for everybody concerned, and everybody makes, you know, more profits go up, you know, productivity goes up, people get more leisure time and they have more of a life. Like, I think, vote for me because I really want to push for really better mental health outcomes for people. And I recognize that a lot of the systems that we've created for ourselves are really not serving us as humans, and we really ought to do better. And I figure that in the position on council and in a leadership role, I might be able to push some of these ideas out there and create better outcomes for people. Because I recognize that homelessness is a problem, is only a problem because these people, their brains work in a different way, and we haven't yet found a way to help them to work into their brains, because our systems are particularly for a particular type of brain set, and these guys don't have it, right? So I think vote for me if you want to see some real change around the way that we think about thinking about things.